Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Mike 23-19. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Check, check. Go.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week: 17 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. Allen from the gun on third down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, it's Allen. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Johnson. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoff. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the 1st.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
On first down, Allen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Allen will try again on second down. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tyler Higbee, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go?
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
This complete to Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Marvin Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
He probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now 14-0. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Darius Slay with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 21-0 our score after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Check 43. 15.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Mahomes now to throw. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
In the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the gun, it's Allen. Jones has it. Escapes the defender. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Allen now looks to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Let's go,
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's Mahomes to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Lamb. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 51 the mic, boy. 51 go. Watch the screen. Pass. 51 the mic. 51.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution. A 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Hey, tight down. Two, fellas, let's go. 4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Here we go, here we go.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes got a man. That's Quinn. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On first down, Mahomes. This is caught. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Now here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Maher able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half. This will be taken in after 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one? I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. The Vikes locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we'll head to Washington to check out the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. D.D. Westbrook, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Baker Mayfield with 3 touchdown passes.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Mike 51. Come on. You better bring it. 51 the mic, boys. 51. Attack. Okay. Come on, baby.
Mahomes going to throw. Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kyle Van Noy charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Nassib has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really weird.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Allen. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Off the draw. Here's Johnson. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Watch out. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Defense wins championships, baby. Mike 51, Mike 51. I'm on. 15. Mike 51. Let's go. 51 to Mike.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, Riblet. Mike 51, Mike 51. In the face.
From the 38, Mahomes flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
51, Mike 51. Here we go, work it. Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 17 yards to pick up there.
Hey, 43, 15.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch. We're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
On play action, Allen. Complete to Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Staying on his feet. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Allen's throw is complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right up.
They got his man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Check out.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep. That's caught inside the 20. It's a gain of 35. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. I'm coming after you. Mike 7, let's go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Exit. Here I come.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Lynch, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, Allen. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tyler Higbee with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point try now for Succop. And the lead is up to 15 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Patrick Mahomes in the offense, down by 15, just over 2 minutes to go. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Now Mahomes. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And now we've got a 1-score game and at least a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Is that what we call a glimmer of hope?
Glimmer of hope.
Because they've got to get an onside kick and then find their way into the end zone before time expires. Glimmer, or what's less than a glimmer?
I don't know. You're the one that knows all the big words. A sparkle? A sparkle.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're going with.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah,